Welcome to my channel, Ana Lana. Today we are going to learn how to make this very easy hat. It is unisex, and what I like the most is that it's reversible. I am also going to share a chart to show the different sizes, and I just want to show you how beautiful it is. You can wear it inside out. I mean, there is no right or wrong way to wear it. This is very nice. And in my last video, I was teaching how to make this beautiful stitch step by step, so you can find it in the description box below. And remember to give me a like and subscribe. And YouTube has me as Anna for Lana, so when you see this little cat, just click it and you will find all my videos. And I used acrylic yarn, 100 grams, and the crochet hook that is recommended is the 5 millimeters, but I'm going to use one of 5.5 because the stitch is kind of dense, so I like it to be a little bit loose. And in the next chart, I'm going to give you the general measurements. Remember that not all heads are created equal. So I will take a measuring tape and I will be subtracting 2 inches. For example, for a 22-inch head, we will just take 2 away and that will be the width of the hat. Now, the right column has the number of chains that we are going to begin with, and then, for example, for an adult, will be 51 chains. Don't worry if it's a little bit too long because remember that the hat will be folded. And here we have the first column, which is the measurement of the head. And in the second column is how wide the hat will be. So in general, you take about 2 inches and, or if we are talking centimeters, in about 5 or 6 centimeters. So this will be a hat for an adult. And we are going to start with 51 chains. Okay, we finish 51 chains. Now in the first space, we are going to make a single crochet. Now pass the hook through this first loop, and in the next space, we go and pull the yarn. Now we have 3 loops, and then pass over and then knit the 3 of them. Again, the next loop, first loop, in the next space, we put the hook, we pull the yarn, and again we have 3 loops and we are going to knit them together. Remember, no chains. You just pass through the first loop and now the next space, and now pull the yarn and pass it through. And you are going to be repeating this. So remember, in the description box, I am leaving a video with the explanation of this stitch if you want to know like in more detail, a slower pace. But in the meantime, we are going to continue making this stitch until we have 6 spaces left at the end. So we'll see you there. Okay, and we got here at the end of the row, and there are 6 more stitches. So remember, where is this string? That is going to be the top of the head. So now we are going to be just knitting slip stitches. So I'm going to be making 6 of them. Just remember to make them kind of loose because then when you start knitting the other side, it's going to be easier. And this is the last one. And now one chain. This is the only chain basically at the end that we make in this type of stitch. And just out of curiosity, I want to measure this because usually when we start, it's a long string and then as we knit, it starts shrinking. So right now I have like 12.5 inches, but my actual hat end up being like 10.5. So we will continue. And this is row number 2, and we will take the outside loop and do slip stitch. So always use the outside loop. Here it goes. And this is the number 2. And for the whole hat, we will be using the outside loop. 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so now we just make sure that you can see this is the row that I'm going to be doing the stitches on. Just make sure that is the one that is just on top of the string. So the very first one, we are going to be doing a single crochet. So again, pass through the first loop, then the next space, pull the yarn. Now we have 3 loops and you are going to be knitting them together. And you are going to continue repeating this. The loop, the space, pull the yarn and knit them. And it will be like that until the end of the row. So we have 2 more stitches. So we just do this one in a regular way. And we knit and again pass through the loop, and this time we will take the whole point and pull the yarn and knit. And now 1 chain to go up. This is the only chain that we have. So remember, we are going to position the string so we can see the row on the top. Okay, just remember, don't do it on the side. It has to be the one on the top. And we are going to do the very first one. We are going to knit a single crochet. And now again, we take the loop, we use the next space, pull the yarn, and the 3 loops, we knit them together. And then we continue normally with the loops, the space, and pull the yarn. And we are going to continue like that until we have 6 spaces left. And I'm going to stop knitting because I already have 20 inches, which is about 50 or 51 centimeters. Remember that the head is 22 inches, so this is perfect. And we are going to be just putting the sides together. Okay, so we are going to be joining the sides. And I'm going to be using a slip stitch, so it will be replicating basically one of these columns. So I'm going to pull on the other side my last loop. You see, I'm going just to pull it through. And now I'm going just to make a chain. Here it goes. And now I'm going to be taking the loop that is in my side, you see, against the loop that is on the other side. Just make sure they are going to be even. Here it comes. Okay, and I make a slip stitch. So again, 1 loop in and the other loop outside, and pull the yarn through all the loops. And here we have a slip stitch. And we will continue doing slip stitches until the end of the hat at the top. So now we finish joining the sides and it looks pretty even, which I love. And now we are going to be cutting the string because we are going to be closing the circle. We have this end, we are going to be hiding it as well. And with the longer string, we are just going to be using the tapestry needle because we are going to be sewing the circle. And I'm going to secure first this very first stitch just to make sure that it's not going to unravel when we put it in the laundry. And then the tapestry needle, I'm going to be passing it through each column here. And then we are going to be able to close this circle. So now here we are going to be tightening up the circle, right? And you see there is just a little space, and we are going to be sewing it from side to side just to close the space. If you want to put a pom-pom, this is the opportunity that you can just do it like that. But for this hat, I don't like pom-poms, so we're just going to leave it like that. I'm going to be closing it, sewing it, and it's going to look very nice, very even. So once we finish this, we are going to be just cutting the yarn. And now, with the little ends that we have left, we are going to be doing the same thing. We are going to be hiding them through the stitches, and then we cut the yarn. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you learn how to make this very easy unisex hat. So remember to give me a like and subscribe. That way you can see all the videos that I'm going to be posting in the future. Thank you for staying with me, and I'll see you next time in my channel, Ana Lana. Thank you.